Okay, here's my audience. Okay. Bless you. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about manatees today. This year, 472 threatened manatees died due to boating-related injuries, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services are yielding to pressure from property rights groups and have proposed reducing the level of protections manatees are now getting. I will discuss how important it is to keep strict protection on manatees in the background of these beautiful, gentle creatures. First, I'm going to talk about the historical background regarding manatees. There used to be over 35 species of manatees. I could only find one extinct breed, and that's the Steller sea cow. They were hunted to extinction. They were discovered in 1741 and extinct in 1768, only 27 years apart, which is a scary thought because they were just discovered and then they were all hunted off. They were vastly hunted because one of them could feed 36 people. So that is why they were very hunted. Only 4 breeds of manatee live today. There are 2 additional subbreeds included. West Indian manatees, which are also known as the Florida manatee or the Australian manatee. They can be up to 800 to 1,000 pounds and 10 feet long. The Amazonian manatee, the West African manatee, and the dwarf manatee. The dwarf manatee is debatable to some people because they don't think it actually exists because there is not a lot of numbers of them found in the wild. Okay, and also in their family is the dugongs, which weigh up to 650 pounds. The numbers of all manatees in general are dwindling, but I've found that there are only 4,834 Florida manatees left out in the wild. And then they lose around 400 every year, which is a scary thought because, that's a good chunk of their population and they're slow breeders. Next, I will talk about the environment in which they live in. Manatees live in warm tropical waters such as Florida, the Amazons, and South America. Florida manatees and Antillean manatees can live in saltwater, fresh, or brackish water. They are mostly found in the Florida region. Amazonian manatees live in fresh water and feed on the vegetation. They are found in the waters of the Amazonian River and the tributaries of South America. West African manatees live in brackish to freshwater lagoons, feeding on vegetation. They are found in the African coastal regions. Dugongs live in saltwater in the Indo-Pacific parts of the world. They are hunted because they have small tusks, which are popular to poachers because they are worth a lot of money, so that means they are getting hunted a lot. Okay, and now I will discuss the importance of keeping them on the endangered list. The leading cause of death among manatees would be the motor vehicle accidents as well as hunting. Manatees are vastly hunted in more non-popular areas due to how much meat comes off of them. And then they are also, in boating, they are more likely to get injured because they are slow-moving animals and they live in shallow areas where boats like to speed through. 472 deaths were recorded this year in Florida with prevention measures. Consider the number without them. That would be a lot, because if there's 400 and something with protective measures included, I wouldn't even want to consider how many it would be if that happened. Deaths could be greatly prevented if they kept the increase on manatees protection, such as the numbers stated above. I fully agree that it should not be lifted. Including a low wake zone also decreases the number of fatalities among manatees. It'll cause less injuries and less death if we had these measures in place. Create a county protection plan such as the one in Broward, Florida. They have a protection plan against manatees which prevents boats from speeding in low wake zones and which saves a lot of manatees' lives because they because they don't get injured that way. Okay, so manatees are gentle creatures that need help with protecting their species, and the best thing that we could do is protect their numbers until their population has greatly risen. If we lessen the protection on manatees, it's a great possibility that they will be on the verge of extinction.